The internet is full of useless advice on how to tell if a woman likes you. Lists of signs, tips on where she's looking, key phrases to listen for. Stop overthinking this. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, and you'll become the one in control of any interaction with any woman. It hurts me to watch men who are willing to go completely overboard, trying to impress a woman just to make her like them. Courtship is only appropriate in specific situations. When a virtuous, genuinely traditional woman wants to verify the seriousness of a man's intentions. That makes sense. That's fair. That's normal. And courtship doesn't necessarily mean buying gifts. A woman like that is taking a real risk with her honor and future, so she wants to choose a good husband. But if you know she's had 5 relationships, a resort fling, and 3 years on dating apps, what courtship are we even talking about? What are you proving to her? If she's had more relationships than you, then she should be proving her worth as a partner to you, not the other way around. Courtship has turned into a tool for inflating her market value. But that's pure speculation. It's designed for the romantic psychopath who's willing to give everything for access to a woman. Everything he does is for female attention. The gym, the barbershop, designer clothes, a fancy car, all for women. And the worst part, he doesn't see anything wrong with it. The desire to make one specific woman fall in love with you is insanity. We have approximately 80% divorce rates and 73% infidelity in relationships. These are already documented sociological statistics. The real numbers are probably even higher. We have a record number of single mothers and fatherless children. Strong, good relationships are becoming a rare exception. A reasonable man in this situation thinks, okay, I need to sharpen my mind, stay vigilant, and manage to choose a decent person. This isn't easy. Finding such a woman might take a year, maybe 2. That's normal. But most men think differently. Oh, she smiled at me beautifully. The main thing is not to scare her. I look decent. Think about this for a moment. A man is anxious not about his future family and his children's welfare, but about whether this girl likes him and how to get her into bed because he wants it so badly. Asking yourself, does she like me? Is the thinking of a teenager. Think about something else instead. Can she actually build a family with you? Listen, I have 2 sons, and I'll tell you this. A woman has to put so much work into a family that unloading cement trucks would be easier. The stress level is absolutely insane. Sleepless nights, constant crying, screaming, isolation from society. It's a true test of strength. And when a woman is under stress, cortisol gets into her breast milk, which makes the baby even more anxious and demanding. The cycle continues. So ask yourself, who do you want to impress? A woman whose priority today is her friends, tomorrow is her career, and the day after that is some other pleasure? Do you really want to make a person fall in love with you when what matters to her is only her own weight posting stories and sushi for dinner? If you're concerned with, does she like me? Then you'll never control that relationship. Almost every consultation request I get follows the same pattern. A man is in a strong position for the first few years, but the moment a child is born, the balance of power shifts drastically. A woman gains significantly more power during pregnancy. Once the romantic phase of the relationship officially ends, her respect for you only goes downward. To have any chance of maintaining respect, you'll never have enough authority if she didn't respect the male figure from the beginning. Without that foundation, it all falls apart. If you understood how prophetic those words are for so many men, you'd get chills down your spine. But only those who've lived through this scenario truly understand. A man in a relationship must be prepared for the worst. He must at least entertain negative scenarios in his mind. That's the minimum preparation for difficulties. Your car has a spare tire, a first aid kit, an emergency button. These are negative scenarios. But with a wife, men are so naive. They always believe in better. I ran an experiment once. When a man told me he liked a woman, that he was in love, that he wanted something from her, I'd ask, why do you think you two will get through all the crises that are coming? Why won't your marriage fall into that same 80% of divorces? The man freezes. He doesn't know. He never thought about it. What was he thinking about then? Her body? If a man chose a car this way, you could sell him a wreck without an engine. I didn't think to look under the hood. I really liked it. It breaks my heart to watch men bend over backward to impress a woman. If he understood what family actually is, he'd feel completely different about everything. Your entire life will be subordinated to the interests of the family. No more sleep. Remember driving your wife to the store, to the hospital, finding a daycare, saving for an apartment, moving somewhere, stress, worry, and this every single day. Intimate time with your wife will only happen on holidays. A few times a year, you'll get to do something you want. Mostly you'll do what's necessary. A happy family is above all titanic work, in monotony and routine. It's a burden you've probably never experienced in your life. That's why only someone who either doesn't plan to do this or doesn't understand what's waiting for them can be shy and hope to impress. I don't know which is worse. The desire to make a woman like you is like trying to get a job that pays $300,000 where you only work 1 hour a day. Of course you'll be nervous and try to pass the interview. But in reality, family isn't 1 hour a day of rocking a stroller and then freedom. No. You'll be working 24/7 no matter what. If you have a couple of kids, that's years without free time. Any break will end with some sudden urgent matter. A good husband plays the role of a manager, bodyguard, problem solver, taxi driver, sponsor, loader, and diplomat. To keep good relations with her parents too. That depends on you as well. Many don't understand this. They think the beginning of a relationship is the peak of the mountain, and then it's an easy ride downhill. But it's the opposite. Family is a many-year climb, up a mountain with the risk of falling if your partner gets tired or lets you down. When I learned that a man wants to make a woman fall in love with him, I see a child who loves candy and has no self-control. A child can't limit himself or understand the consequences of his actions. He just wants something, and that's already an argument for him. I want it. Well, that's it. From my observations, only 3 to 5% of men are actually looking for a wife. The rest are looking for an emotional source, inspiration. Like all men have become poets of the Silver Age who need to drown in suffering and write poetry about unrequited love. Just ask yourself one question. What's the practical point of what you're doing right now? Someone will say, only then will I be happy. Okay, but you're 25, 30, 40 years old. Were your past infatuations happy ones? No. Write me one comment saying I suffered over her, then made her fall in love, and now I'm happy. I've been doing this for years. It won't happen. A month, maybe. A year, probably not. But a happy family based on infatuation? That's teenage fantasy. The sign of a man's self-deception is this. He desperately wants to fall in love. It's crucial to him what happens right now, and he doesn't care about the future. You seek out and protect this emotional rush. You're not thinking about what will happen in 5 years. You're thinking about what emotions you'll get today. When the next relationship falls apart, you'll say, I fell in love with the wrong one. I need to find another. Without the feeling of infatuation, such a person doesn't actually need relationships. The concept of kindness, virtue, goodness, it's all foreign to him. The meaning of relationships for him isn't family, it's romance, which is essentially a lie. And children? For him, they're just a side effect. Remember this, when you choose a woman, you're also choosing the mother of your future children. Are you really putting your pleasure above your child's well-being? Your son doesn't care whether his mother inspires you. What he needs is a healthy, kind mother. If you choose for yourself and not for your family, if you tolerate her red flags, her warning signs, and especially if you want to make her fall in love with you at the same time, then you don't need a family. You took a car for a test drive. It immediately stalls. The engine knocks. The steering doesn't respond. What conclusion do we draw? Don't buy this car. Choose another normal one. But the man doesn't understand. Give me the keys. I'm taking her to the altar right now. Even if the car has died 10 times already, he shouts, this time it'll work. This time I'll get it started. Wake up. There's another reliable car, a good one, right next to you. But the man says, no, I don't like the color, and I want soft leather, but with character. Fine, if that's what you want, fix it and suffer. Come back when you have more gray hair. Better yet, when you've grown some sense. A good girl always starts a relationship with the goal of family life. Relationship equals family. There's no other way it should be. The route is clear. The destination is known. But many think differently. Why plan ahead? Let's just live and see. We'll meet and figure it out. It's extremely naive to consider this normal. It's like someone getting in your car and you, naturally, ask where they're going. They answer, I haven't decided yet. I'll just start driving and we'll see where it goes. A good girl knows where she's going and chooses a direct, safe, reliable route. She won't be distracted from her goal, but most people have no goal. The road exists purely for the thrill. For many, relationships have become a form of entertainment, a way to pass the time. If a woman doesn't know where she's going from the start, she can easily miss the exit. She might get distracted by some boss at work. We've all seen this. Choosing a person with these views means you lose every guarantee that you'll actually reach the destination you originally planned.